Hey guys, I'm back for another toy haul video. We got a bunch of stuff in the mail today, yesterday, and it's all Motu and it's all Marvel. So we've got pretty much split down the middle, half and half. So we've got a bunch of old Toybiz 5-inch figures, and then we've got a bunch of new stuff from SUPER7, which I am so excited about. And then we got some Motu classic stuff, which is kind of odd for toy haul videos just because generally speaking I have just about all of it, so the chance of me getting a new one is pretty rare unless of course it's a SUPER7 figure, and these are not. So we're gonna start with those. One is in box and one is out of the box, but I open them anyway, so it makes no difference to me. I got a good deal on the complete figure in box, so I went after that one too. So the first one is one that would generally be considered one of the big figures, at least in terms of aftermarket value. And I mean, she's obviously a major character too, and that would be the classic Sorceress figure. So we've got the regular Sorceress, not the Temple of Darkness, and we've got Zor here. I've got the Temple of Darkness one already, so I'm probably going to do a video on the two of them soon. It's been a while since I've done a video for an older classics figure, and I kind of want to get around to doing that again. People seem to ask for them every now and again in the comments as well, so I will oblige and let's do it. We'll probably do one for both at the same time, and we've got the Filmation figure coming soon, so it'd be a good time to get that video out there so I don't have to spend time comparing the two so much in the Filmation video. I can just say, you know, here she is, check that old review out. So yeah, I'm pretty pumped to have this one. I should have gotten her a long time ago. Her price is pretty ridiculous on the aftermarket, but I got her for what I consider to be a steal, so I went after her. She is in very good shape. She looks fantastic. I am hopeful that the Filmation figure I get looks just as good, but I'm not so sure based on what I'm seeing. So we'll talk about that when she gets here. The next one is Madame Razz. So another female figure, another, you know, similar style to Sorceress, except on the She-Ra side of the house. She's in her box, so she's got Broom there. I'm pretty pumped about this. I love Madame Razz as a character. I love the design here. I'm more excited about Broom though, honestly. It's just such a goofy figure. So yeah, this one's going to come out. I'll probably do a video on this one at some point as well. When I get, on the off chance I get a figure in the package, I'll probably do a video on it just so I can kind of do the packaging thing, show it off, and then we'll do a full review. But yeah, that's a cool one. Got her for, I don't know, basically retail. There was no real markup on her. There didn't seem to be much of a demand, although some of the eBay listings are pretty crazy as well. Let's flip over to Marvel, and because I want to do the SUPER7 stuff last. So I'm sure if you watch my channel, most of you, or at least some of you, watch Pixel Dan's channel as well, and he recently launched that Toysplosion series, and his most recent episode was on the 5-inch Toybiz figures from the Marvel side of the house with X-Men stuff, specifically X-Men. And it made me start to think about what I have in my collection, because I have a sizable Toybiz collection for those particular figures, but it's kind of a mix of loose and it's a mix of carded, and a lot of the ones I have carded I would love to have loose, and I came across a pretty ridiculous sale on some, so I figured I'd snatch a few up while I had the chance. So we've got some just to kind of flesh out some of the ones that I wanted open, because what I have sealed I don't really want to open because the cards are just so good and they look so good on those card backs. So we got 7 figures for like $4 to $5 each, which is a pretty good deal. We got Apocalypse with his doohickey. This is the Apocalypse where his legs do the stilt thing, because Apocalypse can change his shape. He doesn't hold this very well. It's the goofiest weapon though. That's a Toybiz thing though. We had got, this is the 2nd edition Shatterstar, I think. I've got the 1st edition as well. I've got him carded and loose, because Shatterstar is one of my favorites. I've said that before. So he's got kind of an action feature where you raise his arms up, and then he does like a chop with his swords. I mostly got him because I like this outfit. I really think it's awesome. It's not necessarily different because he wore that in the comics, but it's just a really cool look for him, and it's, you know, one of my favorite characters, plus I had a good deal on him. My favorite Cable in the line is the spacesuit Cable. So this is the 2nd edition Cable, I want to say. And he's got this, you know, humongous, stupid Cable style gun. And he's got the, you know, the space helmet on. He's got a really goofy head sculpt. He's so fat and bulky. He doesn't really look like Cable. Well, he definitely looks like Rob Liefeld's Cable in the sense that he's, you know, very top heavy, but he just looks so chunky. If you didn't know any better, you'd think this was like Kingpin in a spacesuit. And I got another Cable as well. This is the 3rd edition. This is the one with he's got the little submachine gun, and you can pull the bullet, the thing, bandolier of bullets through So it's like a ribbon effect. But this also works with another accessory that he comes with. He's got like a backpack with 2 rockets that fire, but you can attach the bullet chain to the backpack and it acts as like a strap so you can put it on him. It doesn't fit very well. He suffers from the same fat situation as the other one does. We got Longshot, and he has a problem, at least for me. He's one of those kind of figures that have multiple accessories, but he only has a way to hold one, and it's kind of a weird thing. Longshot does the knife throwing thing, but he's got a weird action feature where you pull his arm down and he kind of shoots his arm out. So this is a really good way to lose these knives, because he comes with 2, but he only has a place to put 1, and he's got a little bandolier that you can put over him, which fits rather loosely. He kind of looks like a deformed New Adventures He-Man, honestly. But I like Longshot as a character, so let's pick him up. Now I got to figure out how to not lose these knives. We've got one of the original X-Men figures. We got Juggernaut. So he's got the little roller skates so you can slide him along the table. He's got that action. And then he's also got the stupid little battering ram thing, because Juggernaut, obviously Juggernaut can't on his own break through a wall. So he's got that as well, and you can zoom him on through your Lincoln Logs or whatever kids... What do kids do? I don't know. I didn't do that. And then the best... This is definitely the best one I got because it's just so absurd. We got... this is another X-Force subline figure. We got Gideon, so one of the bad guys. And he has his action briefcase. This is the dumbest accessory I think I've seen in a while. It's got a sword, so he pulls the sword out of the briefcase, but the sword is obviously sticking out. He also does not hold the sword very well. He has a hand specifically for the briefcase. This hand is for the sword, but it just doesn't really fit in there. It's like loosely there. If you look at him wrong, it's going to fall out. And then he's got action this. So yeah, he's got an action briefcase, which I think is pretty fantastic on its own. So he'll always be displayed with that. And then the sword just pops in. So, it's not exactly very, inconspicuous. It's obvious that he's got a thing in there. So yeah, that was pretty cool. I mean, I'm excited to get new Toybiz figures every now and again, because these are quintessential childhood figures for me. Very vintage, at least for me, from my perspective. And then we've got the SUPER7 stuff. So I'm sure if you are interested in Motu and SUPER7, you know about the reaction line. You know that they have exclusives for PowerCon, and then they did exclusives for the unboxing convention in Mexico. And then there was also a recent German exclusive of Anti-Eternia He-Man, because that's where he comes from in the Motu mythos. And that one was a very limited, very exclusive figure, but for PowerCon they also released Anti-Eternia He-Man on a US card. So I've got 2 of these actually. So a friend online who was at PowerCon was able to snag me one of these, because I didn't know for sure if I was or wasn't going to be able to get them. I didn't know if SUPER7 was going to put them up online. Apparently the demand at the con was pretty extravagant, so I just assumed they weren't going to. He was able to get me one, but SUPER7 did put these up online, and I was able to get another. So I'm going to keep one sealed, and I'm going to open one. And then, so we've got Anti-Eternia He-Man here, and he has, like I said, there was a German exclusive, and it's a German card back, so everything is in German, which I think is really cool. That one is probably one of the most exclusive / rarest reaction figures in the Motu line, I think. It's got, that same He-Man artwork from the regular card, but he's the Anti-Eternia version, and then the back just, has the black backer card with a cross-sell of all the other He-Man style figures, which... I don't know. This thing looks really amazing. This is definitely one of my favorites in the line. I dig the whole Anti-Eternia He-Man thing. I really think it's cool. It's just a fun way to get a different color version of He-Man. And then for PowerCon specifically, because, the Anti-Eternia He-Man was PowerCon exclusive, but it was shared, sort of. But there were specifically other PowerCon exclusives, and there were 6 total outside of He-Man, so there were 7. I got 4 other ones because 3 of them are very similar, and I just really didn't feel like I needed 3. So we had, to start with, we have got, you know, the character that has those 3 variants. We've got Stratos. So there was already a Stratos figure. He came out in Wave 3. And then, you know, it's well known that mini comic Stratos is kind of the naked one. So I got that one. But then there's also the wing color variant Stratos that they had. And then there was another one with the blue beard. So some of the toy color variation things that they did, I just didn't feel like I needed 4 Stratos in this line. I kind of regret it now because they sold out instantly. They were the first ones to go, I think. It's possibly, there might have been fewer of them because there were so many variants, but I'm happy to have this one for sure. And of course we've got that amazing Jason Edmiston artwork on it, so yeah, I'm happy to have this one. I think I can live with 2 Stratos, Strati. I don't know what the Stratos is. I don't know what the plural of Stratos is. We have, so all of the PowerCon stuff, I guess I should say now, all the PowerCon stuff is variants. So none of them are legit, you know, characters that have only been produced for PowerCon. So they're all figures that have gotten color variants from the mini comics or toy stuff, things like that. So the next one is, you know, mini comic Beastman, so the red Beastman. So it's the same figure that we got with the regular Beastman. He's got the little whip accessory, but it's the red version. So just like the PowerCon exclusive Motu Classics figure. That was a red mini comic Beastman. So we've got him, and of course all the card art matches them too, which I think is fantastic. And then we've got Tila, but you know, the goddess, I guess if you really want to call her that, but she still says Tila. It says warrior goddess underneath her. And this one looks fantastic. So she very much looks like, you know, I want her to look like in terms of the green skin. It would have been really cool if that could have been translucent though. I would have liked that. But this one looks pretty great. I dig the card art for this one though. This is one of my favorite backer cards for this entire line, is the Tila artwork. I think it looks really great. And then the last one from PowerCon that I got was CobraCon or CamoCon. So this is a toy variant color. And, you know, it's that same artwork again, but he's got the camouflage colors. Same figure that we got in Wave 3, but he's camouflaged. So, yeah, that one's pretty awesome. I'm going to open all of these, and we're going to have a review, of course, because I always do reviews of the reaction stuff. And then the last ones that we got are the Mexican exclusives. So the unboxing convention in Mexico City, SUPER7 made 2 exclusives in the reaction line that were very, very specific in terms of what they are. So the mini comic that came with Merman in the vintage line, Battle in the Clouds, in the Mexican line, in the Los Alamos line, had a page where they were colored wrong. Skeletor was blue and green, and Merman was blue and pink. So SUPER7 used that as the, you know, the source material to make these exclusives. They're very exclusive in terms of their, you know, origin to Mexico, to that line. So I think it works really, really well. And we've got 2 figures here. I got them both. So we've got the Skeletor, and these are some of my favorite reaction figures, bar none, right now. I dig the color scheme. I think they look fantastic. So we've got Skeletor here in the blue and the green. He's got a green Havoc staff. I don't think that you actually see the Havoc staff in the comic because it's only the 1 page, and I think he has his mini comic sword. So I don't think that, I think they just did that because this Skeletor comes with the Havoc staff. So we've got him there. He's got the pink skull. And then what's really cool is that they used that page from the mini comic as their card art on the back. So you can see they've got Tila captured. Skeletor's here. He's got the blue and the green with the pink face. And then he's kind of zapping Merman's horse as he rides up. And Merman is blue and he's pink. And then the other one that we got is, of course, Merman. So he is blue and pink. He's got his corncob sword, but he doesn't show that in the card art either. It's just a thing. So, you know, you kind of expect that the sword would have been messed up as well. So we've got him there. And yeah, this one looks fantastic. I'm really, really excited about these. I don't know if I'm going to do a video on all of them or if I'm going to do a video just for these and then just for the PowerCon. I may just do them all. I'm not sure I really see the point in doing 2 reaction videos when I could just lump them all together. I don't know that anybody wants to see just a really short video on these, but we'll see. So yeah, guys, that's it. I think I've got a decent spread. Not all of this is going to get a video. I might do a vintage review on some of these Toybiz at some point when I can get things better in order, because like I said, I have a lot of carded and a lot of loose, and that would make for an odd video. Madame Raz is going to get a video. The Sorceress and Temple of Darkness Sorceress are going to get a video, and of course the reaction are. Those are coming very, very, very soon. So yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys have gotten recently. What do you think of these? Were you able to snag those reaction figures if you're interested in that line? Yeah, so let me know, and I'll talk to you later.